Hi there, this is Taipan for Shanzai.com, and today we're looking at yet another tablet for you as we continue our tablet adventure. We're looking at the WITS, they're calling it a SmartBook MID A81. We're going to call it a tablet because that's sort of the generic term these days. And we're actually going to do a three-part series on this product because we think this is one that you're going to be really interested in. It has actually been introduced previously on the internet in the fall, but there's been a lot of enhancements, changes, and improvements to the device, and so I think it's important that it's be seen now because I think this is probably one of the best, if not the best, Shanzai tablet that we've seen on the market today. Now, first we'll start off with a little bit of a sort of a faux unboxing for you. We've actually already unboxed it, but we've thrown it back together here so you can get an idea about what you're going to get when you purchase a product like this, if you happen to buy one, and just so you can know what's in the box. So the A81 is kind of a fully loaded box full of goodies for you here actually. Inside immediately you'll notice it comes with a carrying case. There's not too many of the devices that we've seen for the sub $200 price point that actually already include the case, but there's a fairly attractive, somewhat manly looking style case for you. It also has the device of it inside. The case is kind of a simple design, quite small, very portable. It's got a little bit of carrying space inside for some of your accessories, like maybe some extra memory or maybe, I don't know what you care with it, your pens and paper for what have you. So there's the case. So look deeper into the box, you go inside and you'll see immediately, wow, there's a whole bunch of big, huge chunks of plastic. And I'll tell you, those are for probably mounting the device in your car. This device has definitely been designed and laid out so that it can be mounted and viewed from a vehicle, and I think that it's actually quite an interesting, nice little addition thing to have so that you can bring the product with you, not just portable in your hands, but also in the car so the kids can watch videos and things and whatnot on it when you're traveling. Maybe even install some GPS software as well. So we'll put that together for you in a little bit and sort of see how that all works out. But as we continue actually down the box itself, you'll see there's also a charger, which is actually a well-designed one for fitting into your car as well. You know, what they used to call cigarette lighters, they're now calling power chargers. But you know, smoking or non-smoking, that's going to keep your tablet going for as long as you like. There's also a little USB connection type of device here, which will do the micro USB on one side, flips over to your traditional USB on the other side so you can connect to your PC. And there is still deep down inside the box user manual. Hope your Chinese is good because that's all they've got available, unfortunately, in this particular one. But from our usage of the device, I can tell you it's pretty much unnecessary. The tablets, one of the nice things about them is they're really simple devices to get into. What have I got in my hand here? This is kind of one of the most exciting things about the product for me, really. This is actually a WITS own branded battery. It's a 3000 milliamps battery. And the nice thing that's sort of weird about it is it's in my hand and it's not actually inside the device. So what does that tell you? They've got a removable battery. I think for a lot of people who look at some of the shortcomings, even of famous products like the iPad, will say, I wish it could have a removable battery, that would make it a better product. You know what, phones, it works well and it seems to be the preferred option. But to have it on a tablet here is something quite special, and I think for a lot of you that might be a key factor. Let's take a look at how that fits into the whole picture. As we look at the actual MID tablet, SmartBook, whatever this is calling it themselves. As we take a little walk around the actual hardware and the device itself, I think it's interesting to note it's got the typical 3 Android buttons of the home menu and return keys. That's one of the interesting things about this particular piece of hardware, and I think you'll find exciting in our next video, is it's the first device that we've seen from the Shanzai players sub $200 US that actually runs Android 2.1. So we'll be giving you a little taste of that in the next video. Now, as we continue around the device over on the other side here, we've got the power in button, which fits the plug to your car as well as to your plug into your power bar. Typical power strip. It's also got a micro USB connection and a headphone connection. As we continue around the other edge of the device, in the top there's a little sort of clear plastic button, which also is the power indicator. When the battery's in or we've got it plugged in, that lights up and you can press that to power up your device. There's also a left and right sort of rocker switch, which we're presuming is going to give you some volume up and down, and depending on which operating system you've got installed. As we continue around this very smooth, nice device, we actually see there's nothing else on these sides until we come to a very well hidden stylus. And actually, the other exciting thing about this device is it dual boots into Windows CE, and most of the time I don't think the stylus is that useful for the Android situation, but the stylus is quite good if you're going to play around with Windows CE when you get into some of their smaller little dialog boxes and whatnot. As we continue around the device, over here you'll see we've got a slot here for some micro SD card, and there's also the reset switch button is there as well. The back of the device itself, 2 speakers. This device is quite loud when the music is playing, and actually pretty decent speaker quality compared to other products of the same price range. And there's a little handy dandy little pop out display stand back. So it actually kind of looks very well as a display screen for something you might want to put beside your bedside table or depending on whatnot. But at the same time, because of the nice curves on the back of the device, it actually feels really good in your hand. Definitely the build quality is solid. You just feel like it's really a sturdy device. So in that sense, it's great. Now, the other thing we talked about a little bit earlier that's exciting about this product is that the battery is outside of the device. Just like your mobile phone, all you do is pop off the back side of the device. You can see the little power connectors inside of the device right along here. And it also looks like there's a slot here. I originally thought it was for a SIM card, but actually I think it's where the GPS optional module slips into there. So you can actually pop that in there and add GPS functionality to the device should you so choose. Now, so here's the battery. Quite simply slips into the device, pops down nice and comfortably. Back is back on, and now you've got your full complete device put together. Actually, it's, again, quite sturdy, great build quality, and really a nice little offering from WITS. And finally, to wrap things up a little bit, we showed you earlier that this is a mountable device, and it comes with some car mount, and not just car mount, but mounting equipment that you could pretty much put the device anywhere. One of our wacky friends who's a bit of a gadget freak apparently uses one at his desk for a Twitter feed client. He just has this thing popped up in his little tablet showing off his Twitter feed at all times. Anyway, it's up to you. Here's the device, the pieces that come with it. It's basically a 2-piece combination, the claw itself and the stand itself. The stand is quite sturdy and it's very difficult to bend, but it pretty much is flexible and will bend into any different position that you're looking for. It's got a little suction cup here on the bottom. Simply plant the device wherever you want to put it, give a little bit of pressure, and then click down on the lever, and that provides a complete suction and very, very strong suction action for you. So there, now you've got your basic part of your mount set up. Next step, you want to get your claw in there. The claw is just simply slides in like so, clicks into place, and now you've got the claw. There's your claw. Now, claw's in place, mount is suctioned in. Next, you want to slip your device in, pops in simply like so. On the back, you can flick to loosen or tighten the claw a little bit, give it a little bit more action. And now it's simply a matter of adjusting the display to however you want to be using it. Maybe you want it in the back seat, so that pointing at the back seat of your car so the kids can watch some videos. Maybe you want it pointing over at you while you're driving so you can get into a car accident while you check out your GPS. And of course, what we've got here is your power adapter that can plug into your cigarette/power supply. So there you go. So in the end, it does make a very good mountable unit, and maybe if I'm feeling a little bit creative later, I will fool around and try using it as a Twitter feed client beside my PC.